हाय गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। आज हम देखेंगे ट्रायंगल्स का दूसरा सेशन और इसी ट्रायंगल्स के सेशन में भी we will specifically talk about right angle triangles and right angle triangles बात करते हुए we'll get into trigonometry. Right. So in the last session we looked at similarity triangles का जो पहला सेशन है, अगला सेशन होगा हमारा ज्योमेट्री का, अगला सेशन होगा सर्कल्स, राइट? सो जस्ट टू काइंड ऑफ गिव यू अ सेंस, तो we have looked at triangles, and now ABCD is a parallelogram. M is the midpoint of CD. The line BM is drawn intersecting AC at intersecting AC at L and AD produced at E. Prove that EL is equal to 2 times BL. So ABCD is a parallelogram. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. M is the midpoint of CD. So let's say M is out here. The line BM is drawn intersecting AC at L. So this is AC. So you're drawing BM. It is me, right? This is M. M is the midpoint, by the way, right? M is the midpoint of CD. BM is drawn intersecting AC at L and AD produced. AD produced का मतलब इसको अगर हम extend करते हैं, ये जो point है, it is going to meet here at E, right? So we must remember this, how to draw the figure, very important in this case. We need to prove that EL is equal to 2 times of BL. EL is equal to 2 times. So there is some relationship that we must identify. What is this relationship? And then work accordingly. तो इसमें क्या क्या हम कर सकते हैं? What all things can we? So I know for a fact that if I am talking about triangles, right? Are there any similar triangles is what we are going to check. So let's say I know that this angle, let me call this as this angle 1. This will be angle 1. What is the property? Property is that uh, the two angles are equal because of the property of alternate angles, because these two sides are parallel to each other. The second, this angle 2 must be equal to this angle 2. So now from this, I know that triangle ALB, because two angles are equal, the third angle also must be equal, must be similar to triangle CLM. Excellent. So we got, now let's look at the second part. So which we need to find out the relation between EL and BL, right? Remember? So from this, I know that AB by CM must be equal to BL by LM, right? So which we know that this value is twice of this, because we know that M is the midpoint. Since M is the midpoint, this will be equal to 2. We'll get BL must be equal to 2 times of ML. So BL by ML is equal to this. We know that. Now let me now look at the next part. Right? Now let's consider the triangle. अगला ट्रायंगल कौन सा है? ट्रायंगल, ये जो एंगल है ये कॉमन है. लेट्स हम इस एंगल को 3 करते हैं, और ये जो एंगल है, this angle, let me call this as 4. This must be equal to 4, and this angle is also equal to 2. So which is the next triangle that are similar? Triangle BAE is similar to triangle MDE. BAE is similar to triangle MDE, again by AAA property. So I can say fairly certain that BM, sorry, this should be MDE, right? So, okay, now BE by ME is equal to DM, rather AB by DM. Okay, and this value again we know is equal to 2. So I can say that BE must be equal to twice of ME. BE is equal to 2 times ME. So अगर मैं इसको अगर A, if I take this length as L, this length is 2L. So this length is going to be equal to 6 BM. BE is how much? Is equal to twice of ME. So which implies this part must also be equal to 3L. And what is it that we want to know? We want to know the relationship of BL by EL. So BL का value कितना हुआ? 2L. और EL का value कितना हुआ? It has got, it's equal to 4L. Hence your answer will be equal to 1 by 2. So हमेशा whenever we are talking about midpoints, parallelogram, पहला चीज जो आपको सोचना चाहिए कि क्या when you draw the figure, क्या आप किसी similar triangles को यहाँ पे देख पा रहे हैं कि नहीं? Are you able to locate some similar triangles or not? Okay, so we did this in 2 broad steps. We proved that these 2 are similar triangles, and then the scale factor happens to be in one case 2, in the other case also it is equal to 2, and then I assume the values of ML to be small l, which means BL will be 2L, and then EM will be equal to 3L. And हमें क्या चाहिए? We want to find out the length of EL and BL. So that will be 2L and 4L. Hence answer will be equal to 1 by 2. This will be a one of your longer 4-mark question, right? Okay. तो यहाँ पे क्या दिया हुआ है डेटा? ABC is a right angle triangle. EFGD is a square whose side is equal to 10 centimeter. If D and E are points that trisect the side AC of triangle ABC, find the area of triangle ABC. आपको ABC का एरिया पता करनी है जब आपको given data is ABCD, sorry, EFGD is a square, right? And EF is equal to GF is equal to GD is equal to ED is equal to 10, right? D comma E are basically, if I say that D and E are trisect each other, it means CD is equal to DE is equal to EA. And to find area of triangle ABC. So let me see. तो करते हैं वाला क्वेश्चन कैसे करें? What is given here? EF. So here I can see so let me assume this, let me write down this. This will be 10. This is 10. This is 10. This is 10. This is also 10. This is also 10. Okay. Now I know that this is parallel to this. So iska matlab, right? We have 2 triangles, triangle BFG, triangle is similar to triangle BAC. Why? Basically, this angle 1 would be equal to this angle 1. This angle 2 is equal to this angle 2. Angle 1, ones are equal because of, again, corresponding angles of parallel lines. Angle 2s are also equal by using the same property. So I can say AAA property, we see that these two triangles are similar. So if these two triangles are similar, we know that GF by AC is equal to 1 by 3. The ratio of the corresponding sides is given as 1 by 3, which must imply that the if I um, if you drop the height, I mean from here, if I drop a perpendicular line, right, and so let's say it cuts here at x, right, I can say that bx, which is the height of triangle GFB with whose base is GF, and we have BY is the height of triangle BAC, and whose, when you take the base as, whose base is AC, right? इन दोनों का जो ratios है वो भी 1/3 होना चाहिए, right? So this 1/3 must also be equal to bx by, क्या property है, जब भी हम दो similar triangles लेते हैं, उन similar triangles में heights भी same होगा ratio, और उन similar triangles में medians भी same होगा, as long as you're drawing those to the corresponding sides. So since GF and AC are in the ratio 1/3, the heights to those sides or bases will also be in the ratio 1:3 when drawn from B. Okay, so which tells me that since I know the heights are in this ratio, and we already know that if Bx is equal to some, if I say Bx is equal to some A, By will be equal to A plus 10. Why is this A plus 10? This is 10. This is A. So this is also 10. So this ratio must be equal to 1/3. इससे आएगा आपका value A will be equal to 5. So the A is equal to 5, which means the height By must be equal to 15. So the area of this triangle ABC का जो area है, it will be equal to half of base is AC into By, which is equal to half of 30 into 15, or we'll get the answer as 225. So we got AC as 30. That's the first thing that we got. And we get the height as 15. So the area of this triangle will be half of 13 to 15, that is 225. तो इसका आंसर होगा आपका 225. हमेशा थोड़ा ज्यादा स्पेस में, इस स्लाइड में थोड़ा स्पेस की कमी है, इसलिए but generally make sure that you write a big large one whenever solving this questions. तो इसी कॉन्सेप्ट को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अगर हम प्रोसीड करें, when there is a very important part of mathematics called as trigonometry. तो trigonometry में हमें तीन चीज हमें पता करनी है. We need to know about the relationship of this trigonometric ratios, इनको हम कहते हैं trigonometric ratios, उनके values पता होनी चाहिए, at least the standard values till 90 degrees, and you must know something called as trigonometric identities. So इसी को apply करते हुए you will get questions that are based only on trigonometric identities. There are also questions that are based on heights and distances that come as a part of trigonometry. So let's look at this question. So this concept. So whenever you have a right angle triangle ABC, right? The and I say this is your hypotenuse, right? Hypotenuse, and this is, let's say, one of the bases. So we define for any angle theta, we define the sine theta as the opposite side, right? Or perpendicular in this case, or sometimes you can also say opposite side, opposite to the angle theta by its hypotenuse. Similarly, cos theta will be equal to adjacent side to the hypotenuse. So adjacent side is, what is adjacent? Adjacent is next to the theta. And then where tan theta is nothing but your opposite side by adjacent side. And this is also equal to sine theta by cos theta. First, fundamental relationships. These are the relationships that you should know. So when I know sine theta, there is something called as cosecant theta, which is 1 by sine theta. So 1 by sine theta is cosecant theta. 1 by cos theta is called as secant theta. And 1 by tan theta, cot theta. So these are the fundamental relations that we should know. So once you know this, इसमें जो standard results आपको पता होनी चाहिए, right? कि sin 0 का value, right? 0 है, और sin का value जो है, sin cos का value जो है 0 and 1 के बीच में ही रहेगा, right? If you are moving from 0 degrees to 90 degrees. बाद में आप पढ़ोगे कि अच्छा दिस कैन टेक -1 वैल्यूज आल्सो, राइट? बेसिकली इनका जो वैल्यूज है -1 to +1 ही रहेगा. सिमिलरली कॉस का वैल्यू -1 to +1 रहेगा. बट डोंट वरी अबाउट द -1 वैल्यूज फॉर नो. आप इसको अगले क्लास में पढ़ोगे. तो sin 0 is 0, sin 1/2 is 1, sin 30 is 1/2, 1 by √2, √3 by 2, and 1. Now, I think simplest way to remember is, if you remember this, you write the same thing in the reverse. You will get the cos value. If you want to find out the tan value, divide sine by cos, right? So now when you get to 1 by 0, you see that the value is almost, it is undefined, but we write it very loosely as infinity, right? 1 by 0 is infinity. तो हालांकि हम उसको infinity करके लिखते हैं, but actually 1 by 0 जो है mathematically undefined है. So loosely you'll find many a times it is written as this. And similarly, you get the exactly the reverse of this, inverse of this. Cosecant theta को आप 1 by कर दो, you will get the answer. Sin theta you do a 1 by, you will get the value of cosecant theta. Now, having understood this, the fundamental identities that you must remember are, right, ये जो कुछ identities है, वो है cos squared theta plus sin squared theta is equal to 1. You can also understand this by saying कि अच्छा अगर मुझे right angle triangle है, by chance whenever you forget this, by chance if you forget it, what you should do is basically this. If this is A, B, and C, right, and this is theta, you know that sin theta is equal to A by C, cos theta is equal to B by C, right? If you forget कि सर ये क्या है, tan theta के साथ क्या identity है और sin theta के साथ identity है, आप ये A remember करो, sin squared theta is equal to A squared by C squared, cos squared theta is equal to B squared by C squared. इन दोनों को जब add करोगे आप sin squared theta plus cos squared theta, you will see that it is equal to A squared plus B squared by C squared. एंड पाइथागोरस थ्योरम के हिसाब से you know that a squared plus b squared must be equal to c squared, so this value will be equal to 1. So that's how you get the fundamental relationship. And once you know this relationship, बाकी सब आ जाएगा, right? Let's say इस relationship से a वाला relationship कैसे आएगा? How do you remember? And you don't, so you don't forget कि अच्छा ये क्या क्या relationship है, मैं भूल गया हूँ. तो इसके लिए आप सिर्फ दोनों साइड को आप cos squared theta से डिवाइड कर दो. तो जब आप इसको cos squared theta से डिवाइड करोगे, you will get 1 plus sin squared theta by cos squared theta is equal to 1 by cos squared theta. तो हो गया आपका 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to secant squared theta. Similarly, आपको you want to find out cot squared theta के relationship, right? So you divide everything by sin squared theta. So instead of dividing it by cos squared theta, you divide this by sin squared theta, both sides. So you will get this relationship 1 plus cos squared theta is equal to sin squared. So basically आपको इस single relationship अगर आप याद रखोगे, you will see that almost all questions will become simple for you to solve. ये याद रखना important है. But अगर ये तीनों याद रहे तो अच्छी बात है. Okay. अब थोड़े questions देखते हैं. 6x is equal to secant theta. 6 by x is equal to tan theta. What is the value of 9 into x squared minus 1 by x squared? So let's look at it. इसको लिखते हैं x का वैल्यू जो है secant theta by 6 और 1 by x का जो वैल्यू है that is tan theta by 6. So if I want to find out x squared minus 1 by x squared, that is equal to 1 by 36 into secant theta, secant squared theta minus tan squared theta. So you will find that this value, so 9 into x squared minus 1 by x squared will be equal to 9 into 1 by 36. And we know that we already know the relationship secant squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. So इसका मतलब इसका value जो है 1 and hence the answer will be equal to 1 by 4. तो always आप I mean एक कुछ हो सकता है कि कुछ लोग इसको when the moment I write it like this, things become a little simpler. You can also, or somebody would have said, okay, x is equal to secant theta by 6. तो यहाँ पे secant squared theta by 36 और इसको भी अगर आप secant squared theta by 36 लिखोगे, I mean answer तो आएगा, right? But I think you will get a little more messy kind of. Always look for what is the final form. Final form में क्या दिया हुआ है and try to work accordingly. Secant theta is equal to 15 by 7. A plus B is equal to 90 degrees. What is the value of cosecant B? अच्छा पीछे वाला एक्सप्लेन करूं दोबारा मैं करता हूं मैं इसको क्लियर करता हूं x का जो वैल्यू है secant theta by 6 और यहां से आएगा 1 by x का जो वैल्यू है tan theta by 6. So when you do x squared minus 1 by x squared, x squared का वैल्यू है secant squared theta by 6 और ये जो secant, right? I'll write this as 1 by 6 squared tan squared theta by 6 squared, which is same as 1 by 36 into secant squared theta minus tan squared theta. So ये जो value है this is equal to this expression. Hence 9 times x squared minus 1 by x squared must be equal to 9 times 1 by 36 इंटू सीकेंड स्क्वायर थीटा माइनस tan स्क्वायर थीटा, और हमारा आइडेंटिटी है सीकेंड स्क्वायर थीटा, सो दिस का वैल्यू जो है दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 1, बिकॉज आइडेंटिटी कौन सी है, सीकेंड स्क्वायर थीटा इज इक्वल टू 1 प्लस tan स्क्वायर थीटा। ये जो आइडेंटिटी हम जानते हैं, तो इस आइडेंटिटी से ये प्रूव कर सकते हैं दिस मस्ट बी 1, तो आंसर यहाँ पे आएगा 1/4। योगेश, आई होप दैट्स क्लियर। Secant A is 15/7, A plus B is 90 degrees, cosecant B is equal to how much? ये काफी सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है। ओके, सो cos का वैल्यू जो है, if so let me write this, cos A is equal to 7/15, क्योंकि secant A is 15/7, cos A will be, right, cos squared A is equal to 49/225. So sin squared A is equal to 1 minus cos squared A is equal to 1 minus 49/225, which is equal to 225 minus 49/225, which is equal to 176/225. So we get sin A is equal to square root of this 176/225. ये आएगा रूट ऑफ 16 इंटू 11/15 स्क्वायर, विच इज इक्वल टू आपका 4/15 इंटू रूट ऑफ 11। तो मैं साइन ए क्यों, व्हाई डिड आई फाइंड आउट साइन ए, राइट? सो व्हेन आई टेक एनी रिलेशनशिप, the relationship, if it is a plus b, right, I can write b as 90 minus a. So whenever we find out this relationship, I think this relationship is very important for you to find. So if you take any right angle triangle, if you call this angle as A and this is B, so we know that A plus B is equal to 90 degrees. So, so if we call this A, sorry, this is A, this is B, and let's say this is C, we'll find that sine of A is equal to A by C, and cos of B is also equal to A by C. So you can see that if A and B are the other two angles of a 90 degree, you'll find that sine, so it is equivalent to saying cos of 90 minus A. So sine A is equal to cos 90 minus A. Similarly, cos A will be equal to sine 90 minus A. So this, if you remember this, I think it will be. So when I want to find out what is the value of sine B is nothing but cos of 90 minus A, right? And sine A is equal to this. So if I want to find out cosecant B, cosecant A, you can also find out all these values. But anyway, हमें क्या चाहिए यहाँ पे? तो let me go back. हमें चाहिए secant A. Secant A का जो value है, cos A is equal to 7/15, right? हमें क्या चाहिए? If I need to find out 1 by sine B, right? Now, if you tell me that the relation between A plus B is equal to 90 degrees, sine B will be equal to cos 90 minus A, sorry, sine 90 minus A, and this is equal to cos A. So cosecant cosecant B is equal to 15/7. So sine B is equal to cos A, that is equal to 7/15. So cosecant B must be equal to 15/7. So if you want to find out sine B or sine A, we can also find out. But anyway, here the question is asking us find out what is the value of sine B, not sine A, right? So remember standard properties. ये जो table है आपके दिमाग में बिल्कुल उतरा हुआ होना चाहिए. क्या है? Sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta. Right? It's always think of it as a right angle triangle. Right? I'm talking about this is theta. So let's say x, y, z. Right? It can always be able tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. Cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta. So whatever be the values that, so you must remember this standard. So whenever you forget, you always draw the triangle. You will always be able to find out the results all by yourself. So इसमें सबसे simple topic है trigonometry. Tan A is equal to 5 by 12. Sin A plus cos A into secant A is how much? Okay. So isko na, I think the better thing is not to find out what is the value of sin A, what is the value of cos A. उसके बाद ये simplify करना वो शायद that's not the best method. वो सबसे best method नहीं है. तो best method क्या है इसका? तो इसको पहले आप हम इसको expand करते हैं इस expression को. So I will get sin A into secant A plus cos A into secant A. Okay. So this becomes sin A by cos A plus this becomes 1. And this we already know is nothing but tan A plus 1. So answer will be simply 5 by 12 plus 1, that's equal to 17 by 12. So like what is not a smart way to do is to kind of, for example, somebody could have also said, okay, I can find out sin A is equal to 5 by root of 5 squared plus 12 squared, or get 5 by 13. Cos A is equal to 12 by 13. And then plug these values and do the calculation. That is not a smart way to do it. This is probably the best way to do it. कि आप sin A का cos A का value पता करके putting in the values and getting the answer, that's not the best way to do this question. This is a better way to solve the question. Always जब भी आपको expand करना हो, make it a point to expand it, simplify it, and then see what is the final set of values that you need to put. Sorry, this should be plus. Okay, we see answers here. Pratik and Yogesh, all of you say the answer is 1. Okay, so what is the relationship? A cube plus B cube. You must know first is A plus B into A squared minus AB plus B squared. Right? Similarly, आपको ये भी पता होनी चाहिए. A cube minus B cube is equal to A minus B into A squared plus AB plus B squared. A कुछ identities हमेशा commonly occurring identities है. A squared minus B squared is equal to A minus B into A plus B. So we will apply this rule here. तो अगर मैं sin cube plus cos cube, if I assume sin theta is A and cos theta is B, so this expression now becomes sin theta plus cos theta into sin squared theta minus sin theta cos theta plus cos squared theta. This divided by sin theta plus cos theta plus sin theta cos theta. So this is going to get cancelled out. So what am I left with? I'm left with sin squared theta plus cos squared theta minus sin theta cos theta plus sin theta cos theta. This gets cancelled out and we are finally left with only 1. So the answer to this question is 1. So iska jo value hoga, what would be the value? It is simple. So we want to write everything in terms of angles between 0 and 45. So sine 40 67 can be written as cos of 90 minus 67 is equal to cos of 23 degrees. Similarly, cos of 75 degrees can be written as sine of 90 minus 75, which is equal to sine 15 degrees. So when we talk about this, it can be written as sine 15 degrees plus cos of 23 degrees. काफी सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. Secant 4a is equal to cos a minus 20 degrees. 4a is an acute angle. What is the value of a? So to make this correction out here. हाँ, but I think ऐसे वाला question जो है, right? So just to kind of make sure कि आप जानते हो. So let's say this is not sine. Let's see, it is sine 4a. So you can see that sine 4a must be equal to cos of 90 minus 4a. So if I want to find out what is the value of a, right, I'll say that 90 minus 4a must be equal to a minus 20 degrees, or 5a is equal to 90 degrees, and hence a must be equal to, sorry, 90 20 degrees, 110 divided by 5, that is 22 degrees. So I know that uh, in a right angle triangle, tan A is equal to 1 by root 3. What is the value of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B? So tan A is equal to 1 by root 3 का मतलब A का वैल्यू कितना है? A का वैल्यू होगा 30 degrees. So B का वैल्यू होना चाहिए आपका 60 degrees. So क्योंकि वो कह रहा है कि right angle triangle sin A and B, right? So बस we will use this data to say that sin 30 degrees into cos 60 degrees plus cos 30 degrees into sine 60 degrees. So this value is equal to 1 by 2 into, this is also 1 by 2. This is root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2. 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, which is equal to 1. प्रतीक कुछ गड़बड़ किया आपने. Sin A into cos B plus sin B into cos A. So you must express this in terms of A. So obviously when he's saying this, please express this in terms of A. Sin theta plus cos theta is equal to A. What is the value of tan theta plus cot theta? 2 by A minus 2 by A minus 1. 2 by A minus 1. So when I look at tan theta plus cot theta, tan theta plus cot theta, it is nothing but, and now suppose I were to so this is nothing but tan squared theta plus 1 divided by tan theta. Now you need to know whether you can express it somewhere in this form or not. This we know is same as secant squared theta by tan theta. Or basically we have 1 by cos theta, cos squared theta into sin theta by cos theta. Or basically we are getting 1 by sin theta into cos theta. So हमेशा कोई भी term, right? What is the value of this? आप इसको पहले simplify करो, bring it to a form. Now the question is कि अगर मुझे इसका value मालूम है, क्या मैं इसका value पता कर सकता हूं? Sin theta plus cos theta is equal to a. So I can see that if I square up both the sides, I'll get sin squared theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to a squared plus cos squared theta. So which is nothing but 2 sin theta cos theta will be equal to a squared minus 1, which implies if I want to find out 1 by sin theta cos theta, which will be equal to 2 by a squared minus 1. प्रतीक, I think शायद आपने a squared वाला मिस कर गए, but otherwise लगता है कि you are on the right track. While typing in, you might have done that error. So हमेशा जो टर्म आपको, जिस टर्म की वैल्यू आपको पता करनी है, प्लीज एक्सपेंड इट, मेक श्योर कि उसको आप सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर्म में ले आओगे. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज 1 बाय साइन थीटा कॉस थीटा कैसे करनी है आपको. क्या, व्हाट इज द आइडिया दैट यू मस्ट गेट कि मैं अगर इसको स्क्वायर करूं एक आइडेंटिटी, सो यू विल ऑलवेज यूज एन आइडेंटिटी, कोई आइडेंटिटी आप इसमें यूज करोगे. सो मुझे मालूम है कि इन यू स्क्वायर दिस अप आई एम गोइंग टू गेट साइन स्क्वायर थीटा प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर थीटा, वो 1 हो जाएगा एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू गेट साइन थीटा कॉस थीटा टर्म्स, and hence this is the identity that you will apply and get the answer. Tan theta plus sin theta is equal to m. Tan theta minus sin theta is equal to n. And we want to show what is the expression m squared minus n squared. What is it equal to? 4 times root of m into n. I'll give you a minute and a half for you to solve this, and then I will do it, and maybe you can follow what I'm solving. Okay. तो पहली चीज है कि let's try to write each of these expression. LHS, right? So I want to find out LHS. So I know that LHS m squared plus n squared is nothing but m plus n into m minus n. मैंने कहा था कि ये वाला जो आइडेंटिटी है आपको जानना बहुत ही जरूरी है. तो अगर हम m plus n करें यहाँ पे, m plus n का जो वैल्यू है that is equal to 2 tan theta, and m minus n का जो वैल्यू है that is equal to 2 sin theta. So m squared minus n squared must be equal to 4 sin theta into tan theta. So that is our left hand side. Now I want to find out what is root of m into n. M into n, right? So for that I need to find out first what is m into n. M into n is equal to tan squared theta minus sin squared theta, which is equal to sin squared theta हम common लेते हैं, और so I'll get 1 by cos squared theta minus 1, which is equal to sin squared theta by cos squared theta into 1 minus cos squared theta, और this value is equal to, so mn का value ये है, which means root of mn would be equal to tan theta into sin theta. So I can see that 4 times root of mn. So this is root of mn. So I can prove therefore that m squared minus n squared must be equal to 4 times root of mn. Simple way to just expand and get the expression. And so you must be able to recognize कि आप ये जो यहाँ पे जो identity जो आप use कर रहे हो, That's the identity a plus b into a minus b wala identity. Tan theta is equal to phi. What is the value of sin theta minus cos theta by sin theta plus cos theta? Correct. So when you इस एक्सप्रेशन को अगर आप देखें, इस एक्सप्रेशन को सिंप्लीफाई करने में आप cos theta कॉमन कर लें, take out cos theta common from the numerator. I can write the numerator in this form. If I take out cos theta common from the denominator, I can write it as sin theta by cos theta plus 1. So this gets cancelled out because this is not equal to 0, because tan theta is 5, cos theta cannot be 0. Hence, we can write this expression as tan theta minus 1 by tan theta plus 1, which is equal to 5 minus 1 by 5 plus 1, which is equal to 2 by 3. Okay. Now, so this broadly is what introduction to trigonometry is. The concepts that are linked to trigonometry are concepts. I think I'll probably spend a couple of, अगर 5 minutes वहां पे मैं I'll use it. So let me use the whiteboard to explain a few concepts here. So if we take a concept, right? There are 3 concepts that we should know. One is the idea of if you have a rectangle triangle, if I am standing here and this is the top of the tower or top of a tree, let's say, and this is the angle at which you're watching it, this angle theta is referred to as angle of elevation, right? Now, if there is a crow or some bird that is sitting here and it's looking at me, right? This angle will also be equal to angle. So this angle is referred to as angle of depression. And this is the line of sight, right? I mean, imagine this bird is out here and this is the line of the sight. This line is parallel to the horizontal ground. अगर जब तक आपको ये बताया नहीं जाए कि नहीं ये tree is not perpendicular, you can assume that this is a perpendicular, right? Vertical. So vertical tower, vertical tree, so on. So whenever we use the concepts, हम लोग if this is the height and this is the distance, normally we work with tan theta or properties like that. So I can see that tan theta is equal to the height of the tree divided by the distance of the person from the tree, right? So it simply could be h by d. So this principle of using the height and distance from a position and to relate the angle of elevation or angle of depression, right, of the object or of the top of the tree. So these principles are used to find out questions called as heights and distances. तो अगले सेशन में ज्योमेट्री सर्कल्स जाने से पहले, सर्कल्स करने से पहले हम we will spend a little 15-20 minutes on concepts of heights and distances. I will try to get all types of questions जो heights and distances में आएंगे, आप उसको कर लो. I think it should be enough for you. So I'll kind of stop here and we will oh, sorry. Okay, so I'll stop here. Thank you so much. See you next week. So see you on Thursday. Bye.